Wow, our garden grew more than we expected.
Yes, it's more than enough for us. Maybe we should share some with the neighbors.
That's a wonderful idea. We harvested fresh vegetable this morning. Please take some.
Oh, thank you. They look so fresh.
Here, this one is for you.
Wow, thank you.
Vegetables from our garden.
I think this is the freshest meal we've ever had.
Welcome back to the small farm of Jack and Lee Tien. After many days of patiently caring for the garden in front of their home, today Jack and Tien are finally waiting for a very special moment. The green vegetable beds that they planted from tiny seeds have now grown full of life. Fresh green leaves stretch across the small garden in front of the porch. Today is the day Jack and Tien decide to harvest their very first bundles of vegetables. But as they begin cutting those young, healthy plants, they quickly realize something unexpected. Their little garden has produced much more than they imagined. And that leads to a warm and meaningful afternoon, not only in their garden, but also with the people who live around them. Stay with us for today's story, and if you enjoy peaceful stories about farm life, nature, and the simple moments of Jack and Lee Tien, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and join us on the journeys ahead. That morning, the garden in front of the house is still covered with a thin layer of dew. Soft morning sunlight shines through the trees behind the house. Tiny droplets sparkle on every green leaf. Jack walks out of the house holding a woven bamboo basket. Tien follows behind him carrying a small pair of vegetable scissors. The two of them stand quietly in front of the vegetable beds for a moment. The mustard greens, water spinach, and lettuce have grown lush and healthy. Jack bends down and gently cuts the first plant. He places it carefully into the bamboo basket. Tien smiles. It looks like our garden is finally ready. Jack looks at the rows of vegetables stretching in front of him. I think we're going to have a very good meal today. The two of them begin walking along the garden rows. Jack bends down and carefully cuts each vegetable plant. Tien stands beside him, gently receiving them and neatly arranging them in the basket. After a short while, the first basket is already full. Bundles of fresh green vegetables are stacked neatly in layers. The leaves are still crisp under the morning sunlight. Jack stands up and brushes the soil off his hands. He looks at the basket and laughs softly. It seems our garden is more generous than I expected. Tien looks around the garden. There are still many rows of vegetables ahead. She smiles softly. There's no way we can eat all of this. Jack nods in agreement. At that moment, Tien looks at the vegetables in the basket for a moment and gently says, "Maybe we should bring some to the neighbors." Jack turns to look at her. Tien continues, "Vegetables that were just picked like this, I think they would enjoy them too." Jack smiles agreeably. "I think that's a wonderful idea." Tien bends down and picks a few more green vegetables. Perhaps for her, the joy of the garden does not only lie in harvesting, but also in sharing what they have with the people around them. Not long after, Jack and Tien prepare several small baskets of vegetables. The bundles are tied neatly with thin strings. They look fresh and vibrant. Jack carries 2 baskets. Tien carries another. The small path leading from the farm to the nearby houses is quieter than usual. A gentle breeze moves through the grass along the road. When they arrive at the house of an older neighbor, Jack gently knocks on the door. A moment later, the door opens. The older man looks at them with a slightly surprised expression. Then his eyes rest on the baskets of vegetables in Jack's hands. Jack smiles politely and says, "Good morning, sir. Our garden was just harvested this morning, so we wanted to bring you some fresh vegetables." The older man looks at the green bundles and smiles warmly. "Oh, vegetables from your garden? They look very fresh." Jack nods. "Yes, they were picked just this morning." The man receives the basket happily. "That's wonderful. Thank you both very much." Tien bows her head slightly and smiles. "Our garden grows quite a lot, so we thought we would bring some for you to try." The neighbor looks at them with warm eyes. "You two are very kind." Jack and Tien continue walking along the small path. They stop by a few other houses. At each place they stay, only a few minutes, but everywhere there are friendly smiles. One woman receives a basket and says, "Vegetables taste best when they're freshly picked." A child standing nearby curiously looks at the green leaves. Tien gives the child a small vegetable. The child smiles brightly. After a while, almost all of the baskets they brought are empty. Jack looks at the empty basket and says, "I think our garden has just made many new friends." Tien laughs softly. Maybe it has. When Jack and Tien return to their farm, the sun has risen a little higher. The midday sunlight makes the garden shine brightly. The remaining vegetable beds are still lush and green. Jack places the basket on the wooden table in front of the porch. He looks at the garden and says, "I think we should celebrate a little tonight." Tien looks at him. "Celebrate?" Jack nods. "Our first dinner from our garden." Tien smiles. "That sounds like a very good idea." That evening, Jack brings a small grill out to the garden. He places it near the wooden table under a large tree. The evening breeze gently moves through the vegetable beds. Tien stands by the water tap washing the vegetables they harvested earlier. The green leaves move softly under the flowing water. Jack begins lighting the grill. Before long, pieces of meat begin sizzling on the rack. The silent sound of grilling fills the peaceful space. The smell of grilled meat spreads through the garden. Tien brings out a plate of freshly washed vegetables. She places it on the table. "Vegetables from our garden." Jack looks at the plate and smiles. "I think this is the freshest meal we've ever had." As the sun slowly sets behind the distant trees, the garden becomes quieter. The last sunlight paints everything in a warm golden color. Jack and Tien sit at the wooden table. In front of them is a simple meal: grilled meat, fresh vegetables, and the peaceful atmosphere of the evening. Jack looks at the garden and says, "I think this is the reward for all the days we spent caring for it." Tien nods, "And also the best part of living here." Sometimes the things that bring the greatest joy in life begin with very small things. A small garden, a few seeds planted in the soil, and days of patient care. But the true value of that garden does not only lie in the fresh vegetables that were harvested, it also lies in the way people share with one another. A basket of vegetables brought to a neighbor, a smile when the door opens, a simple thank you. These small moments can sometimes make life feel much warmer. In today's busy world, we often think that happiness must be something big. But sometimes, happiness is simply having something to give. A little time, a little kindness, or just a basket of vegetables from your own small garden. And perhaps in those simple moments, we realize that when people choose to share with one another, the world around them becomes a little better every day. Thank you for taking the time to listen to today's story. If you also enjoyed gentle stories, simple moments, and the peaceful life on Jack and Tien's farm, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment to share your thoughts. Your support is a great motivation for us to continue bringing more warm stories in the future. Wishing you peaceful days ahead, and see you again in the next stories at the farm of Jack and Tien.
Hello, xin chào các khán giả thân thiết của kênh Lý Tử Tiên Story. Jack và Lý Tử Tiên đã chăm sóc khu vườn nhỏ của mình sau nhiều ngày. Khi đến ngày thu hoạch, họ nhận ra khu vườn cho nhiều rau hơn mong đợi. Thay vì giữ tất cả cho mình, hai người quyết định mang những bó rau tươi sang chia sẻ với những người hàng xóm. Những món quà giản dị ấy mang lại nhiều nụ cười và sự ấm áp cho mọi người xung quanh. Cuối ngày, Jack và Tử Tiên trở về khu vườn và cùng thưởng thức